Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, we have to talk about James Charles because he is at it again, you guys. Oh my God. Before we start, let's just say that at least this guy is 18, okay? Anyway, if you want to hear more about the drama, it's really the same old crap, different story, different age. But make sure that you keep on watching, girl.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about. Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
What happened, Mr. Kitty? So you heard James Charles was at it again with these boys on Snapchat? Okay, Mr. Kitty. Okay, you gotta fill us in here, dear. So when James Charles was at it again, what happened? Okay, so there's this one guy on Snapchat or Instagram that he messaged asking for okay, I hear you now. There's this one guy on Instagram that James Charles asked for his Snapchat, right? Okay, and then the guy, he didn't answer, Mr. Kitty? Okay, and so then James Charles ended up finding another guy with a very similar Snapchat name and messaging him, and then it wasn't the same person, and then it's just a huge, okay, you know what, Mr. Kitty, what was that, Mr. Kitty? You said just roll in the footage so they get it? Okay, I'll just roll in the footage. Roll it.
Looks like someone's mad. Go cry about it.
What are you doing? Why are you embarrassing yourself? You're embarrassing yourself, stupid.
So this is the last video I'm gonna make about this. I just want to clear the air for anybody that has questions. So James Charles DM'd me. He asked for my Snapchat. I didn't reply. I didn't say a thing. The next day I noticed that he unsent the DM and he blocked me. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. I thought it was funny that he asked for my Snapchat, so I said I'm gonna make a little funny video out of it. You know, it wasn't that deep. So then I guess he unblocks me and he sends me those text messages basically trying to blackmail me, you know? First off, homie, I have tattoos on both of my hands. If that was me in those pictures, you would be able to see my tattoos. And second, mine don't look like that, you feel me? That's not mine, dog. 3, if I had added you on Snapchat, that would have meant that at some point, I would have accepted your DM and gave you my Snapchat. So why is your DM still in my request? Why didn't it go straight through? It's because I never answered you. And the reason why I'm really addressing this for real is because he's accusing me of begging him for pictures, which is weird to me. Like, I didn't do that. Come on, son. So yeah, man, that's what happened. I know I said I wasn't gonna post anymore, but this is where I'm gonna really end it right here. So James DM'd me and said that someone sent him my Snapchat. So he didn't even get my Snapchat from me, right? On top of that, he added Rick Murder. My Snapchat has been in my highlights since 3 weeks ago, and I always post my Snapchat in my highlights since 2020. I always update it. My Snapchat is Ricky Murder, not Rick Murder. So he says I either sent him fake pictures or someone made a fake Snapchat account using my name to catfish people. He even said I'm right about the hand tattoos. I told y'all, man. And to finish this off for real, he even said everyone's on your side now, so you win. So yeah.
Well, I think that this is all a lot of drama. So, Mr. Kitty, I'm going to fill him in on what you said, and we're going to talk about it, okay? Okay, cool. Mr. Kitty, I know not Miss, but Mr. Kitty was caught up on this drama. Mr. Kitty just told me that James Charles, and as you guys just saw in the footage, I don't even know really even what the heck is going on. It sounds like James Charles tried to slide in somebody's DMs, which first of all, I thought we were past sliding in people's DMs. Look, these are the cat treats. I have the cat treats in here sometimes to help make the cats want to be in here to film with me. I have them all in this jar. So why is James Charles still sliding in people's DMs? I guess this guy is 18, so that's a step in the right direction. But you guys just remember that every single year James Charles does get older. So like, is he going to be going after 18-year-olds when he's 45? Probably. But I guess that is legal. Weird, but legal. Why are we still sliding in people's DMs? That's what I don't understand. Have we not learned anything from the past? Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't learn anything, because he had no repercussions for his actions. James Charles faced no repercussions for his actions, so if he didn't learn any better from sliding people's DMs, from asking for people's Snapchats, from communicating with guys on Snapchat, it really wouldn't surprise me, because he's faced no severe consequences for what he did when he was messaging these underage guys. He really didn't face any backlash or any, I guess he got a fair amount of backlash, but he faced no repercussions, no lawsuits. Those were crimes, and he wasn't committed for the crimes. And it's just sick. But anyway, so it seems like that now what's happened is that James Charles got the people's like the little usernames mixed up, and started, and the person, he sent stuff to the wrong person, basically. And then when he followed up on IG to the right person was like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. That's not my junk. Like, I have hand tattoos. You see my hand tattoos? That's not what my junk looks like. I don't know what you're trying to say or what you're trying to do. And then this other guy, like, you saw the tweet. This other guy was like, this clown James Charles sliding my DMs. What is going on with James Charles, you guys? I get that this is like... there are very similar usernames, I get it, but like, this is just such an embarrassing situation to have happen to you, and it just strikes up the thing again, like, James Charles, are you not affluent enough to meet somebody off of Instagram or Snapchat? Can you not go out into the world and meet somebody? Why are you meeting people off of Snapchat and Instagram? I don't understand that. I don't get that. Okay? And it's like, the guy, first of all, I'm not trying to be shady or rude, but the wrong guy or whatever that he was talking about, that guy has like face tats and all this stuff. Like, is that, I don't know. I guess a lot of these young kids are getting like stupid face tattoos and stuff. I don't get it. These young social media kids are getting like Lil Xan, and like all these kids are getting like face tattoos. Back in my day, when you got a face tattoo, that meant that you had killed somebody, because there's a little teardrop by your eye or something. I don't know. And it never meant anything good, no matter what it was. It was actually pretty embarrassing if you had face tattoos. I'm not a big fan of face tattoos. I'm not here to judge the face tattoo community or anything. I'm not a big fan of face tattoos. And I would never date somebody with a face tattoo, or try to talk to them, or slide their DMs or anything, or even bang somebody with a face tattoo. I don't think so. I just think that's not really my jam. But like, I don't know. I'm not trying to be judgmental. You guys are going to be like, Shelby, you're so judgmental. I happen to have 10 face tattoos and I'm a good person. And I'm not saying that if you have face tattoos, you're a bad person. I'm not. You can be a totally great person. Tattoos are art. I get it. It's not for me. The face tattoo thing is not for me. Okay, that's all I'm going to say with that, okay? It's just not for me. But I just don't get, like, why James has not learned to stop sliding people's DMs. And also, like, this is something that Spill Sesh said. And so, yes, I have the same sentiment as her. So I'm going to say exactly what she said, basically. So if you already watched her video, this part you might think sounds like a broken record, but whatever, I don't care. If you are talking to a guy or a girl, and they don't want to give you their phone number to communicate via phone number, that's a red flag. That's a huge red flag if they don't want to give you their phone number. Because here's the thing. People that only want to talk on Snapchat, total F-boy, F-girl, thought, F-boy. It's that energy, okay? Never in my entire life have I had a situation where, and I've had a lot of situations where I talked to the person and they were like, hey, let me get your Snapchat. Let's talk on Snap, and have it end well. It just hasn't ended well, because here's the thing. Snapchat deletes. You can set it to where it deletes. And so there's no evidence for the person's wife or husband or baby mama, baby daddy, other boo, girlfriend, boyfriend to find out what happened. There's no other evidence because it deletes. So Snapchat is where all the F-boys and all the thoughts go to be sneaky, okay? So if you really want to get to know somebody, and if you're looking for a boyfriend, that is not where you go. And I realize it's Spill Sesh. If you guys are subscribed to her, if you're not, how did you make it to my little corner of the internet? Because she is much more popular than me. Like, that's what she said too. But I happen to agree with that statement because you don't find people like that. And is he just not, I mean, I guess are we a step in the right direction because it's an 18-year-old person and not a kid? I don't think so. Some people are saying, well, at least he's learning. It seems like he's showed some growth because this is an adult. I mean, are these guys straight or are they gay? Some people are saying that some of these guys are straight. So are we back at square one with what Tati said was right? I just, at the end of the day, no matter what these guys' sexuality is or what their age is, because they are over 18, it just seems to me like James has not learned a single thing from what happened to him. Because in my personal belief, my conspiracy theory allegedly, this is my opinion, you guys, is because he faced no consequences for his actions. Okay, he got dropped from Morphe. His busted little palette still in Morphe on closeout sale. Okay? Sure. Okay, he got didn't he get demonetized for like a little bit too? Yeah, I made a video on that a long time ago. He got demonetized for a little bit. Well, guess what, sweetie? He's monetized again. He had no real repercussions. And he has all of these young fans out there that just think that he is just king, queen of the universe. How dare you talk about James Charles? James Charles is a good person. He, lights up my life. And I just think that that's a shame. I think it's a shame that more people didn't speak out on what was happening with him. The one thing I will give Trisha Paytas is Trisha Paytas spoke out on James Charles. Trisha Paytas called James Charles out for what he is. And I will, no matter how we feel about Trisha Paytas, on Frenemies, Trisha called out James Charles for what he was. And I think that that was a good move of Trisha to do. Okay, and that was when Trisha started to kind of reel me back in and earn some trust. Now, since then, she's destroyed it, okay? But, I mean, you have to give it to Trisha for calling out, James for what it was, and nobody else is really doing that. There was a couple drama channels out there, but none of his, real friends or whatever ever said anything about it, which I think is disgusting. And some of his friends, I personally want to really like. I can say honestly that I do like some of his friends a lot, like Manny MUA. I do like Manny MUA. I like Manny MUA. I have a lot of his products. I use this blush palette. Girl, this blush palette's used. I use this blush palette almost every day. Now I just keep all my makeup very clean. All my makeup looks very nice because I don't like to tear up my palettes or anything. But I use the blush palette every time I do my makeup. So I like Manny MUA's products. I like, I like watching his videos. I like the Full Coverage podcast. What I don't like is how he hasn't called out James Charles for what he did. Tana Mojo's been calling him out a year later of what he did, which I appreciate the fact that she's doing that, but at the same time, it's a year later, what happened? Why didn't you do it when it was happening in the moment? Why haven't you learned yet? He hasn't learned yet, and this is just proof that he hasn't learned. And there's a possibility this is going to hit all the James Charles stands, and I'm going to get a huge amount of dislikes and a lot of mean comments on this video. And I'm prepared for that, and I won't even care, because here's the thing. Your little king out there that you like so much for whatever reason was doing some really, really messed up things to people that were not old enough to comprehend fully the actions of what was happening to them. Their brains aren't developed enough yet to kind of really, really let that sink in. And a lot of these people are going to have, some issues and some trauma to deal with because of that. So I don't care if I get hate for calling out James Charles. I never will care if I get hate for calling out. I will never care if I get hate for calling out anybody that deserves to get called out for the illegal activities that they do. That was an illegal activity what James Charles did. This whole thing in this situation, if the person's 18, then it's not illegal unless he sent to be honest, you guys, I can't even really fully process this like whole story. I'm so confused by it. I think that it was the Ricky Murda person, the other one, not the one that made the TikToks, that sent the pictures of the junk. I don't think James sent pictures of his junk, but if James, if I'm understanding this wrong, and James did send pictures of his junk, then that's a crime too. Sending unsolicited pictures like that is a crime. You can't do that, okay? So if James did that, that's another crime. Add it to the list. But guess what? He won't face any repercussions for it, because no one's willing to hold him accountable for it, which I think is a shame. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this drama. Let me know. This is an evolving story, so if more stuff comes out of this, I will definitely let you guys know about the updates. But aside from that, let me know what you think about all this drama with James Charles in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby Bells ring the bell, and join the Bell Army, you guys. That's my little membership program here on my YouTube channel. There's custom emojis, exclusive members only videos. I just launched a video on there on Christmas Day of behind the scenes of Rich Luck's music video, a little, you know, insight into what I did for Christmas and all of that. So if you are a member of the Bell Army and you haven't watched that video, it's up on my channel for you to see. You should be able to see, everyone should be able to see it, but only members of the Bell Army should be able to view it. So if you want to join the Bell Army, as soon as you do that, you'll be able to watch that video, and it's really cool. There's a lot of really interesting behind the scenes stuff in that video. I love it so much. Always such an honor to go behind the scenes of a music video shoot like that with Rich. If you liked today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down for you to choose from. And aside from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.